If you're dealing with a severe chronic digestive illness, and let's be honest, all chronic digestive illness is severe, I know what's going on with you. I know what's going on with your gut and what you're going through. I understand things about your condition, and I want to help you to understand it too, so you can solve your problem, get back to living your life the way you want to, without all the misery and the living hell of having digestive illness all the time. Right now, digestive illness, and especially autoimmune disease, are epidemic. Now, we're not going to get into all the reasons why that's so, but one of the big reasons why that's so, and why you see such a huge uptick in chronic digestive illness and autoimmune disease, has to do with a certain injectable substance that a lot of people were tricked into taking. This is by far the worst thing that has ever happened to the entire human race at one time. I don't think anything else even comes close. So if you're one of the people that's really struggling because of that, and as a result of that, you need to know a few things about your digestive system. The reality of digestive illness is that your body does know how to heal on its own. I know this because I not only solved my own digestive illness, I actually studied medicine with an old man in the mountains of Central America who taught me an ancient healing modality. I took this modality to the highest reaches of medicine in North America. No kidding. I was hired to work and to teach, even in places like University of Virginia Medical Center in Charlottesville, Stony Brook in Long Island, UCSF in Santa Rosa. I was even hired by the world-famous Cleveland Clinic to teach their psychiatry department what I knew about getting their patients off meds and helping their patients heal on their own. So you can be sure that this system works. The problem is, other approaches are focused on a disease. You take a supplement that is designed for a disease. You take a pill that is intended to treat a disease. Well, if it's not obvious to you what the shortcoming of that approach is, let me explain. When you take a pill, say for acid reflux, not everybody with acid reflux has all the same other characteristics in their illness. Some people, for example, may have lots of mucus with loose stools. Some people may have dry intestines. Some people maybe have lots of heat symptoms, like waking up early in the morning without being able to go back to sleep, hot flashes in the afternoon, red face, generally feeling agitated, right? There's a number of things that go into any kind of deep digestive illness. So when you take a pill for acid reflux, you're only taking something that takes into account one single symptom, but it doesn't even take into account the disease mechanisms, all the other underlying imbalances that may or may not be present. It just treats everybody the same way. This is the lowest level of medicine. There's an old saying in ancient medical circles, it goes something like this: the superior physician treats society, the above average physician treats the patient, and the below average doctor treats a disease. Our entire medical system in modern Western medical kind of hospital settings is designed to treat specific conditions. Now, it's not that there's no utility in this. Primarily, the utility in the modern medical system comes from the obvious superior ability that this medical approach has in dealing with emergencies, severe trauma, any kind of life-threatening kind of situation is best handled by the modern medical system. But I have a question for you. Wouldn't you rather not be in a life-threatening health crisis and situation? Wouldn't that be a better way? Wouldn't that be a better alternative? My argument is that pretty much everybody says yes to that answer. Even though I can't hear you, I assume that you're nodding your head. The reality of chronic digestive illness and autoimmune disease is there is no solution for these conditions in the modern medical system. Now, your doctor cannot tell you this. Nobody's going to say what I just said to you. You can go back to the hospital a million times, right? They'll continue to take you because they can continue to get paid to do so. And the incentive structure in our modern medical system is a big reason why we have this problem. There is money in treating emergencies. It's not the only reason, but it's a big cause for the shortcoming of the modern medical system for chronic, hardcore, really stubborn conditions like digestive illness and autoimmune disease, both of which are enormously complex. So then the question is there a system that can help you overcome those conditions and maybe even do so without pills and all the shenanigans that goes along with constantly returning to your Western medical doctor over and over again and never really seeing any kind of improvement? In fact, very often getting put on a new pill or being told that you need another therapy or some other treatment that also makes you worse. If you're on the, what I call the modern medical merry-go-round, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And so beating your chronic digestive autoimmune disease starts with using the right medical system. That's why I created something I call the Pivot Protocol. Unlike other medical approaches, unlike fad diet, fad health and wellness kind of thinking, the Pivot Protocol shows you how to work with your body's healing system. Once you see and understand how this works for yourself, once you realize that the best medicine that you have at your disposal is your body's own healing reflex, your body's own built-in healing mechanism, once you understand this and you know a few simple principles about how to recognize your symptoms, how to understand which organ is producing which symptom, this is something no doctor will tell you. You can identify and find the correspondence between your exact symptoms and the organs that are producing each of your symptoms. Once you know how to do this, putting solutions together is the easy part. It's as simple as understanding a few things about food combining, what foods to eat in what order, what kinds of things you personally need to avoid. There's no magic list of foods that's going to help you recover from something like autoimmune disease. I can teach you how to find your triggers. I can tell you how to figure out which things are and aren't good for you to be dealing with. Figuring out which foods to avoid and which things you need to stay away from is actually really easy to do. And I can show you how to do it quickly. Check out the Pivot Protocol at the link below by taking a one-question quiz and start learning about your digestive illness in a totally new way that can give you power over your illness for the rest of your life. Thanks very much. I'll be back with more great stuff.